Hello, everyone. Welcome again to another episode and another time on the Fire Dub show. I am super excited to be hosting you today. I want to say thank you. Kilo Shele, what's happening? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I believe you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Or am I frozen? Am I frozen? Okay. Yeah. Once again, I want to welcome everybody to another time, another episode of the Fire Dog Show. Today, we are speaking on something that every one of us we should infuse into our life, which is gratitude as wealth multiplier. I know a lot of people don't talk about this so much, but as part of what we are building, as we are building generational wealth, you cannot take away gratitude as part of the factor that make us create that generational wealth. If you are joining me for the first time, my name is Lala Oyewumi. We call Lala Wealth, and here about everything that has to do with our finances, accelerated financial independence. We talk about financial freedom, and we equip ourselves with the tools and the tools and the education that is necessary for us to enter into the next when it comes to our financial independence and financial freedom. So if you are joining us anywhere in the part of the world, I want you to put it in the chat where you are joining us from. We are a global, we have a global audience, and I know somewhere it's the morning, somewhere it is afternoon, somewhere it is evening. Right now it is evening here where I am, and I want to say good evening to you. So I'm just super excited about what we'll be sharing today, because it is the secret code, the source code, the secret code when it comes to you amassing wealth, And when we're talking about wealth, we're not just talking about money wealth. We talk about people wealth. We talk about emotional wealth. We talk about health wealth, right? In fact, we have something called wealthness. Wealthness when it comes to our wealth here in Fire Dog community. So, and it's just the combination of your wealth, your health as your wealth, right? And then you look at every part of your wealth, your finances. How healthy are you in you overseeing everything that has to do with your wealthness, right? So, but I really want to welcome you into another time where today's topic is we are sharing wealth as what's it called? Gratitude as a wealth multiplier. Gratitude as a wealth multiplier. So super excited. So I wanted to, and today, of course, before the end of this program, we will be declaring, I'll be leading us into declaring as we are grateful for what we have. We're grateful and trusting you for what you do for us, even as we go in the course of the year. So just 3 things I'm going to be sharing with us today. And I want you to, of course, pay attention. And it's going to be reflective as well. We are at the last week in the first quarter of the year. See, this is March 26th, and we are looking into Q1 is gone. What have I achieved? What have I done? Even when it comes to those goals that I've written concerning my finances, right? So, and we want to make sure that we are in alignment. We are taking steps towards achieving that goal. We are moving the needle, when it comes to our goals. But gratitude, what does that mean? I said that I want you to be in a reflective mode because we often focus on what we don't have while we forget the abundance of what God has done. So this conversation is going to be. And if you have a question or you have something that is bothering you, I really want you to put it in the chat or you DM me, and I can help you speak to it. I can help you throw more light into it. I can help you put help you in terms of unstuck if you are stuck, or simply just give that advice if that is what you need when it comes to your finances. All right. But when it comes to gratitude, and gratitude as a currency, I would say, as a wealth multiplier, it means that gratitude help you to multiply what is already in your hands, what is already working, what you already have, the abundance that God has given to you, right? Some it could be your effort, some it is not your effort. You don't even know much about it, right? But it happens. You trusted God, you asked for it, you prayed for it, and God gives you. And some of us, it's not even because we pray, it's just as a result of we, getting into the environment, or we are doing the work that is required by our employer, or you are a business owner and you have those big projects and you execute it. And guess what? You have more resources. You have something in your hands. So gratitude as a currency, what we're saying today is you want to make what has already worked, the answers you already have, you want to multiply it by being grateful. Do you see? Gratitude helps you to multiply what is already in your hands. It sharpens your awareness. It strengthens your stewardship. And those are the things I'll be talking about today. Awareness, stewardship. Because sometimes when you don't give account, or when you don't look at the report of what you already have, you don't document them. We are often lost in the midst of I set this as a goal, I said this, and because they are not coming to fulfillment, we often onto something else, like the next thing, the next thing, and the next thing, but we forget what is already working. So that awareness, it sharpens it for you, and of course it helps you with stewardship. It strengthens your stewardship because you will give account. You will give account of the resources God is placing in your hands. And another thing gratitude does for a lot of us is what it protects your heart from comparison. And when I say a lot of us, is because we are often comparing, ourselves, our finances, our budget, whatsoever, even our lifestyle. Compare it to our neighbor, compare it with our friends, compare it with our in-laws. Quickly compare it with your siblings, right? But when you are grateful, gratitude as currency right now, as a wealth multiplier, helps your heart, protect your heart from comparison. And the most important thing, that even people that have a lot of money, when you are grateful, it allows you to build from peace. From peace. That peace, the Bible said that peace that passeth all human understanding is a gift. If you have that peace, you have it in abundance. Guess what? You are wealthy. Because with what you have and you are grateful for it, is going to multiply. Do you see? And yeah, that's it. There was a season in my life, I said I'm going to share a personal experience, that I so much focus on what I have, right? Focus on having multiple goals. Next level of these are the things I want to do next. These are the things I want to do next. I have them because I'm execution oriented. I am boom, 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 doing things. But I forget to honor what God has already done, because in the midst of, there is this Pareto principle, where 80% of the work that needs to be done is done by 20%, But sometimes when you have so much of list and like you want to do this and this and this and that, but the major thing that needed to be done for it to cater for every other thing, if you get that done, but you still look at your list as long, that happened to me because I had a list of all the things I wanted to achieve, forgetting that this particular one plus my health that time, I just like feel it is normal. It's not normal. And God helped me to like backtrack and think, don't whine, don't complain, overwhelm, this and that. What about what I have done for you? And I immediately repented. Like, God, I'm sorry. And the same thing, we should always be looking, focusing on what is working or what has worked or what God has done is going to really help us. Before God give us more, sometimes He wants to know whether you can see, whether you value what you have, or whether you are stewarding it in the way that you want. Part of stewardship too is gratitude. And this is what I learned by myself. Stewardship. And we often, like here in our community, refer to that story of 1 talent, 2 talent, and the 5 talent, the parable. Why is it that God, Jesus Christ, when He was sharing this parable, didn't say that, oh, collect this one from that unprofitable servant and give it to the one that has 2? It's because of capacity. He said, give it to the one that has 10. Do you see? So if we are grateful because God has given us what we have and we steward it well, more will be given to us. So 3 things I quickly want to share with us, which, and of course, I have said it in passing, but I want you to take away these 3 things. As I talk about gratitude as a wealth multiplier. First thing I want you to know is that if you can change your mindset through gratitude, it will help you, even if you think, oh, you know what, I have all I have all I need and all of that. We all have the element of scarcity mentality. So what is going to heal us, because I included myself, sometimes when God is giving us promises, we often exclude ourselves, like, it's not like somebody like us. Why is it not somebody like us? Why am I excluding myself from the abundance and from what God is doing? I'm the son of the Father. I'm the son of Abba. God has created me in a way that before He knew me, He formed me. Before I was formed in my mother's womb, He knew me. Yeah. So He is intentional. God is intentional about you. So we all have the element of scarcity mentality. And what is going to heal us, every one of us, is when we are grateful. So you turn that scarcity mentality or the mindset of scarcity, we turn it into a stewardship. Every time you have it at the back of your mind that, guess what? I am going to give an account. It changes the game for you. It changes the game for me because I'm no more playing with God's money. I'm no more playing with God's resources. I'm no more playing with time. Do you see? So I want you to, as you are reflecting at the end of this Q1, reflecting on, we talk about the 12 areas of life when we are talking about that bedazzled life. We'll talk about life design and you want to live a bedazzled life. And I know every one of us, if you have not done your vision board, this is a good time for you to get it done. Not do it in the way that, oh, I just want to do it and tick it. But guess what? You want to write the vision, you want to make it plain. And when we are talking about the vision board, we look at the 12 areas of our lives, right? Which part of it is your work, finances, business, what brings in and generates cash flow for you. So if you have not done your vision board, okay, that's where I am. I want you to go ahead and do it, right? And begin to look at as Q1, because remember, it's the year, it's not a year at like we want to break down our goal into, a quarter, every month. What am I achieving every week, up to the daily tasks, right? And that is how we achieve a bigger goals. So as Q1 is gradually getting to an end, is a time that calls for reflection around what are the key performance indication. What's my KPI when it comes to this area? Do you see? So it's reflective for us. And I want you to think about it. Look into it. What have I already been given? And how do I use it well? What do I have? What do I need to stretch and get? Begin to shift your mind from I don't have this, or I don't or this is the things, the way complaints and hesitation comes is what it comes in different shape, form, and sizes. But when you look at it, like, what do I not have? What do I not have yet? Right? What do I not have yet? That is the kind of question you begin to look into. Like, these are the questions I've been asking into. What have I already been given, and how do I use it well? So go and answer, and these are the things that I'm answering for myself as well. It will help you to shift that mindset. People are praying for more. I want more of this. I want more of this. I want more of this capacity. But we are neglecting what we already have. Your skill, you already have your skill. You already have the relationship. Some of us have great relationship that you are not thankful to God enough. There are opportunities opening up to you, knowledge that you have. You've been working in that space for 15 years, for 12 years, for 30 years. You are becoming, you are an advisory in that subject matter. Be grateful for it and don't neglect it, right? Some of us, we have abundance of time. Some is ideas, some is influence. Your name can open doors. Some of us, is even the resources, the income. You know how to turn this idea, turn it into, money. So that mindset that we have, that we are neglecting, that resources we are neglecting, let's turn it around and not just pray for more, but look at what we already have and then steward it. Turn the scarcity mentality into stewardship. Turn the what I don't have this, I don't have that. Oh God, I've not done this. This is what God has given me, that one talent. I'm not going to bury it, but I'm going to steward it so that I can have more. That little thing that you think is little, steward it. Turn it into stewardship, and God is going to give you more. The second thing I want you to think about, or I want you to leave out on this conversation, is this. When you are grateful, you are going to make wise decisions, or let me say wiser decisions. When we are not grateful that we are vulnerable to comparison. Do you see? We will be making our decision based on the external factor, what we are seeing, the shining object. And guess what it does? It leads to pressure. It leads to making poor decisions. It leads to delay in wealth, in investing, because we are focusing on a different thing. So what gratitude helps us to do is we make a better and informed decision because we are focused on, God, I'm grateful for this. And it will help me to okay, let me take this step rather than because my neighbor has a Tesla and it's really good. He has been talking about it. I test riding it. I'm like, I'm going to get myself one. I'm going to get myself one. And that thought is in my head, like, I'm going to buy this. Rather, you have another goal, maybe your parents' house, or you have some other thing that you would like to do, but immediately you like, oh, you shift your focus to, oh, because of this comparison. And there are places where we desire things and all of that. But in terms of making a better decision in the season of life that we are in, gratitude will help you. Gratitude will help you. Now, when I want you to think about what gratitude will help you make a wiser decision, is this. You are not going to be overspending. You are not going to overextending. You are not going to be people pleasing. You are not going to be chasing the next new thing. You know, the technology, iPhone 17, this car. You know, there is this pressure that comes from, for me, it comes from Toyota. Immediately, Toyota released a new brand. They will start calling you, different company will start calling you, like, come and trade in your car, and we're going to give you this one. This one is hybrid, and they will give you, if you see the pamphlet and all of this, like, this is pamphlet brochure that they send home, I will begin to look at it, like it can climb mountain, they have 4-wheel, and it will give you all this, like the interior and everything, pressure. And like, but because I already told my husband, like, see, no matter what, I'm standing on this thing. Like, okay, let's try. I said, no, I am not trying. I'm not going there to go and look because I don't want to be tempted. Do you see what I'm saying? Overextension, is that overextension? No, not overextending, but the appearances, chasing, what's it called? Shining objects, for me, at least. Do you see? So, okay, that I remember I was talking about new technology and all of that. You know, it comes from that pressure everywhere. New iPhone, this, new iWatch, new this, and you want to, and you will see some good 0%, this and that. They will like lure you into. You think it's a good offer because they are bringing the bells and whistles of it. Don't be tempted. You're going to make a better decision. You're going to make a wiser decision. Do you see? Disconnect yourself. Disconnect yourself from discontentment. Anytime you are grateful, just like what we are doing, see, today's conversation is just, and I want you to put it in the chat. I've not been engaging with every word of you. I want to put it in the chat. What are you grateful for? What are you grateful for? Some of us, we are in debt. Like, you have some debt to pay. And you look at that, please be grateful. Be grateful and say thank you to your debt. Say thank you to your debt. Not debt, debt. Say thank you to it. Because guess what? It has helped you in achieving some things in life. When I was deeply in debt, like, under the water, and you know, debt comes with, when you have a debt to pay, you are owing, it comes with a weight that you will just not see things working. Please be grateful. Be grateful. Be grateful. What God helped me to discover in those seasons where, if I didn't pay that debt or enter that debt to complete my education, guess what? They would have held my diploma, which is my certificate, and it would have slower my pace in terms of getting to marketplace to get that job at that time. Do you see what I mean? If I had not gotten into that debt, I wouldn't have got the car that I have right now. But then it looks like it wasn't, of course, if it is right now, I'm going to make a better decision. But then I went into it because I want something more stable and more, not stable, but that is not going to be giving me issues because of the snow because we're in a different state at that time. We're coming from Texas, entering into Indiana. So the first, I remember that time, let me share this. So the car that I was using in Texas brought it to Indiana, and it was working perfectly well until the first snow happened. That was the day it died on the road, and we couldn't fix it. And I was jumping from one, car and bus and all of that. So I wanted something stable because I had a baby. I had two young children that I have to take to school. And it was like the whole world is falling apart or was falling apart. I needed to, I just need a car. I don't have the money at that time. I enter into it. So every time I was just like, so by the time I was now okay and was stable, I was like, I have to pay this because guess what? The car was for 60 months. So I have to pay it for 60 months. So by the time I was just like, I wish, this money was just like, it's going to, but guess what? That guy is still serving me to today and I'm not ready to change it. And that's why I am not entering into another debt again because of, no, this is serving me. I would rather make a better decision with what I have rather than going to another debt because I want the latest version of what I have for the car that I bought at 6 or 7 years ago. Do you see what I mean? So this brings us back to in a slower movement or in a slower pace. Try and slow down and look at what led into you getting into debt and be thankful for it. Be thankful for your debt. All right, we are getting closer to the end of it. The third thing, because it will be, we'll be declaring quickly over our lives. We'll be grateful. And if you can say it after me, but I'm going to be, praying or declaring and thanking God for the Q1 of 2026 as we are entering into the Q1 of 2026 as we are entering into Q2, because by next week, guess what, will be in April, and it gladdens my heart that are we going to be in April? Let me be sure. We're going to be in April. All right, so I want to make sure we'll be in April. By the time we are getting into next month, I think we'll be in April. All right. So the third thing that I wanted to, no, don't change my time zone. I just want to look at yes, it's going to be April 2nd. Yes, it's going to be April 2nd. So I just confirmed that. So this time next week, guess what? I'm going to be saying Happy New Month to us. All right. So I don't know where I am. Okay, here I am. Sorry about that. So the third thing that I want to share with us is gratitude creates emotional wealth, not just financial wealth. So it means that gratitude creates financial wealth, and also because you have more, and also that emotional wealth. And when it comes to that, it comes with peace. And when I was starting this conversation, I was like, oh, peace that passeth all understanding, peace of God. When you have good money, when you have money, even if it is small, you are contented with because you have, it comes with peace. There are so many people who look so successful, but inwardly they are scared, they are afraid, they are anxious. That is not true wealth. That is not true wealth. True wealth is not just only that 000 in your bank account, that account balance. True wealth is the peace in the heart, the peace in the heart, the peace in the mind, clarity in the mind. True wealth is an alignment in the center of the purpose of God for you. And that's what I want you to take out of today's conversation. If you don't remember anything, you have life. And the life that you have, either is the one you design or you're living by autopilot. You have life and you can do better with life, We are all striving to do better. I am striving to do better with my life. But the true wealth that comes from when you have peace, it centers you. You have peace in your mind, it centers you around the alignment of what God called you to be, or you are in the center of God's purpose. All right? Not one thing. Put this or write this down. What gratitude does for you, it helps you to enjoy what you are building while you are building it. Remember, we are wealth builders. And what we talk here about in our community, we build wealth. I'm a wealth operating, a wealth system architect. Help you in terms of putting structure in place for your wealth. And that is why getting this book is going to be your first layer of execution, what I need to do when it comes to creating wealth. This is Get Fired Up, Financial Independence and Early Retirement. And remember, it's not even just early retirement like that, but it's into getting into what I call about the fulfillment, doing work for fulfillment because you're fulfilled. All right. So the peace, and I remember the three things we shared about today, right? Stewardship, move from scarcity mentality into stewardship. Remember, you're going to give account of your time, of your resources, right? Of what God is placing in your hand. You're going to give an account. You're going to give an account. Do you see? And the second thing is that you make a wiser decision when you are grateful because you look at what you have in your hands. And don't forget the parable of the talents. More is going to be given to whoever that steward. Remember the guy that has two was given to him. The one that has five more was given to him. And the one that has one that wasn't faithful with it was taken and given to the one that has 10. So you're going to give account, right? So stewardship is important. You're going to make a wiser decision. That's the second. And then the third thing is peace that comes with it. Gratitude helps you to create that peace within. So you are not agitating. You are not just looking at what's successful. Look at a lot of successful people that are not centered. When I mean centered, like in the purpose of what God has called them to. That inward anxiousness, inward fear is always there. That is not going to be you because you are going to be grateful. As you are building the wealth, laying one brick after another, you are going to build with peace. You are going to build and you will enjoy it. And that is where my prayer comes, to every one of you as you are getting into the next quarter, the Q2 of 2026. Wealth is going to be multiplied onto you. Ideas is going to be multiplied onto you. Precision, alignment, discernment is going to be made multiplied onto you. You will know what to do. You will steward your time well, right? And while we are getting into the declaration, I want to say thank you so much for joining us today. We're rounding up. We have we just have to declare. Concerning you. And every time I talk here, now we'll talk about identity more of who you are. Remember, before you become that millionaire, before you see those 000 in your account, you have to see it in your mind and you have to voice print it. Talk about write the vision, make it plain. That is where I started. Like if you have not done your vision board, this is a good time for you to get it done and begin to speak into what you see. You speak alive, right? Into it. And it's even more than that, who you are becoming in your journey of your financial independence, right? So I want you to declare. You can close your eyes, you can open your eyes, but I want you to really declare and tell God about you. Be grateful and say, Father, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for who I am. I'm grateful for what I have passed through this year. I'm grateful for what I have in my hands. I'm grateful for my becoming. I'm grateful for the resources you have placed in my hand because it's not just only money, resources of family, resources of relationship, resources resources of time, resources of money they have given me, resources of ideas. I am grateful. Thank you, Father, for the seasons that I am. And for every season, I thank you for the wisdom that comes with it in the stewardship and the awareness and the wisdom to navigate the season that I'm in. Thank you for every lesson. Thank you for every steps. Thank you for every of the journey, every of the step into the journey that I'm into. Thank you for my becoming. I am not going to despise my little beginning, because even though it might be small in my hand, it's a seed I am putting in the ground, and I believe that it's going to grow. I believe that you give me wisdom to steward it, to till it, to nurture it, the idea, the resources, the investment, and all that you are giving unto me this season. I am grateful. I am grateful for my debt, because they are paid off. I'm grateful because you will help me to see what you are doing. I'm grateful that even though I start small, I recognize that what is already in my hands, they carry value. I'm a value creator. They carry power because I am powerful. What I carry, my potential, I execute it to possibilities. I choose gratitude over complaint. I choose clarity over darkness, over errors, over a mind that is cluttered. Clarity. I pray for a seeing eyes. I'm grateful because I have a seeing eyes. I have a hearing ear, and I have a heart that understands. I see resources clearly. I spot opportunity quickly, and I take step in obedience. Thank you for wisdom. Thank you for clarity. Thank you for awareness. Thank you for where you are taking me into. As I reflect, as I think on this Q1, I thank you for the wisdom that is going to land. Thank you for the insight that I will get from this past 3 months, because it's going to help me to make better decisions, to position rightly for what is next. Thank you because you have answered our prayers. For in Jesus' name we have prayed. Amen and amen and amen. Thank you. Oh, thank you for everyone that joined. I am super excited for you. What are you grateful for? Okay. Yes, please. I want everyone that will even be watching this afterwards to drop in the comment what you are grateful for. What are you grateful for? What are those little things that God has done for you that you are commonizing? Like, it's normal. God wants you to count your blessings and name them one by one. And don't forget the power in gratitude, because it multiplies your wealth. All right, we have come to the end of today's show, and I hope you are blessed. Today's one, as you can see, is more ease. We ease into Q2. We ease into April. Do you see? So I'm super excited for every one of you that joined, and for people that are going to watch these afterwards, that God is going to prosper you. I want you to get this book. There are more declaration in this book. You will get it. You can go through it, and it's powerful. It's going to really help you in terms of helping you to get into wealth, build wealth as your operating system. All right. I hope this has been a blessing to you as it has been for me. But I want to wish every one of us happy month in advance, and God is going to, crown all our efforts with success. I pray that it is well with every one of us. So until I see you next time, I want you to stay fired up. Stay fired up. Bye for now.